He says that's him done. Chris, Laura, very good morning to you. 6 goals and a silver in 4 games. Vicky Pendleton said her overriding emotion was pure relief that it was all over. What's your overriding emotion all these hours later?
Tiredness. No, the emotion now is a slow realisation of what the team's achieved, and not just the cycling team, the whole team. You know, we're looking out here across this beautiful park and happy faces, flags waving. It's just been the most incredible time, and for me personally, to cap my Olympic career with 2 gold medals here, I couldn't have dreamt for anything better than this.
Yeah, you said you had to dig deeper than you've ever had to dig before. I must confess, I doubted. Coming around that last bend, I thought, oh no, a bit like your mum probably, but was there a flick of doubt in your mind?
You're never sure until you cross the line, and I was feathering the throttle a little bit with a lap and a half to go, and then with just inside the lap, I heard the bell, and I caught a glimpse of my coach going wild on the inside, and I knew that was a sign that I had to go with everything. But by that point, the German had already made his move, and he got within, or half a length ahead of me. And I did think for a split second, maybe it's all over, but I just had to keep going.
You did turn on the afterburners pretty early. I mean, 2 laps to go effectively.
Yeah.
And how much pain are you in by the time you cross the line at that point?
You're not really aware of the pain. You're just kind of, the adrenaline carries you through, because it is only 2.5 laps. When you go for the team sprint, the 3 laps, it's just that extra little bit makes it worse. But it's more trying to take control of the race. Tactically, if you impose yourself on the race and you dictate the pace, then you've got a better chance of winning. But if you do go to the front that early, there's a chance you can sort of slow down and tire at the end, and then you get caught by the other riders.
And there are 2 different approaches, really. I mean, I suppose you've got the Commonwealth Games in your sights as well, because it'll be in Glasgow, in Scotland, and that'll mean so much to you personally. But you were coming to your last Olympics, Victoria Pendleton was coming to her last Olympics, and you got the sense, really, of overwhelming relief rather than ambition from her, and it was a different approach from you.
Yeah, well, Vicky, I think it's well documented that she has a roller coaster of emotions all the time in her career, and it's not to say that I haven't, other athletes don't too, but personally, I keep going because I love the sport. I love doing what I do. I feel very privileged to do that, and I've enjoyed every step of the way. And there have been very hard moments, and there's been times where you get injured and you have doubt and you have loss of form and all these things. But for me, it was just sheer elation, when I crossed the line. And yeah, there is an element of relief too, because it's worked out, and that all these things could have gone wrong along the way, but they didn't.
You did cast a little bit of doubt about what you're going to do next, but the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome in Glasgow,
yeah.
You've surely got to be there for the Commonwealth Games.
That would be my perfect way to end my career, to be able to do a home Olympic Games. I've never actually raced an international event in Scotland before, because we've never had an indoor facility, so we've never had a major championship.
You're a very emotional family, aren't you? First of all, your mum gave us one of the best moments of the game.
I still haven't seen this yet.
Oh, let's see. There she is, look. She's watching, she's getting... Go on. Oh, can't look. Go on. Go on. I can't look.
Are you aware that you're doing this to your mother?
There you are.
Your dad never took his eyes off you.
I
think he almost had one Saturday. Has he won?
Oh, thank God, she says. Oh, lovely.
The pure relief on her face.
Oh.
What have you done to your
I know.
all these years, Chris?
Yeah, I apologise, Mum. Sorry.
No, we're going to embarrass you. You're welling up a little bit now. We're going to make you well up again, because we're going to show that moment as well, also, where emotions overwhelmed you, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house, really, was there? Well,
I don't know, I had my eyes shut. I was trying my best just to hold it all in. It's very hard to explain what it's like to step on a podium and to receive an Olympic medal, but to do it in front of a home crowd, it's the last time. And I think I was thinking back to so many thoughts go through your head, but I remember being on the podium in Sydney getting the silver medal in 2000, and just at the time being so happy with that silver medal. That I would have happily retired at that point, knowing that I'd achieved that, and I would never imagine that I could go on for 4 games and to finish with 6 gold.
Well, half of the theme here, Chris,